Hello, friends. Hello, hello. My name is Janessa Oriel. I'm the head of community here at Soul with Amy, and I am really excited to be able to come live today, as we do every Thursday, to be able to chat with you about you and your business and do a little bit of real talk today, okay? So, one of the things is if you're here live, please go ahead and drop in the comments. Let me know that you're here live because I'd love to be able to get some ideas from you as we dive into this topic. So, there are only 6 weeks left or 6 weeks in 2021, and we are officially in the selling season, which is extremely exciting, but for some, myself included, it also can be really overwhelming. Oftentimes when we are at this point in time, we recognize that things get really crazy. And what I would love is if you're here and if I can see comments, sometimes I can, sometimes I can't, drop in the comments some of the things that you are managing or need to take care of between now and the end of the year. And then we're going to talk about how to help make sure that you're setting up yourself for success, not only and ideally avoiding burnout, because as we know, hi Aline, season's greetings to you too. So as we know, we have normal life, right? Let's go ahead and list the things that we need to tackle between now and the end of the year. So I'm thinking first, obviously, if you're here, you have a business that you're managing. So there's definitely that. Hey, Caroline. There's the business you're running. Maybe you have a day job or a 9 to 5 or however you would phrase that. Hi, Trish. Getting ready for online vendor shows, a few online home parties. So she's specifically listing things that are related to her business. So we've got the business, we've got if you have a day job, there's that. If you don't have a day job, you still have a home to run, whether you're feeding people and also trying to keep somewhat tidy, maybe not. Maybe you've given up on that like I have. But there's also a lot of other activities that are thrown into the mix in these last 6 weeks of the year. Events, planning in terms of shopping for, of course, those that you know and like and love, but also, and Sherry is recovering from pneumonia and your business needs attention. She's in a bit of a panic about it. Well, I'm happy that you landed here today, Sherry, because we're going to talk about it. So one thing I was going to do is I have Post-it notes. And I was going to say, let's write all the things that we need to do. Traveling, birthdays, school, PTO, not burning out. Yes. So that's exactly what I wanted to be able to talk about. And I feel like Post-its aren't going to work because it takes too long to write them. So then I was like, how else can we do this? We can do this via notes. So final 6 weeks, we can talk about school events. I feel like this is going to take even too much time. So I'll do it as fast as possible. Business. What else did we talk about? Traveling, yes. And also prepping for the traveling. Anybody else like plan the radio station or music playlists? Adele comes out tomorrow. Anything like that. Cooking, right. So all of these things are things that need to happen anyway, and then you throw in all the holiday events, all the holiday and of course the things that are coming out from your business as well. So maybe it's limited time offers, maybe there is a special promotion this weekend or next weekend for Black Friday. There's Sherry's husband's 60th birthday party. So cramming all these things in can be massively overwhelming, especially if as we saw, Sherry's recovering from pneumonia. So we want to make sure that we're time boxing things and making sure that we're not necessarily forgetting things. And this is somebody who is really good at writing out lists, but not necessarily good about acting on them. And I've found, Trish has holiday shopping for sure, and I've found that sometimes writing out the list can be more anxiety producing than actually taking action on it. So what I want to do with you today is I want you to sort of take an inventory of all the things that need to happen and then specifically applying time to be able to spend on each of those categories. So we're going to start because again, you're here, you have a business that you have a business that you're working and running, and so we want to make sure that we start there, right? Maybe we could start, ideally, one of the things that you're taking, that you are mindful and aware of is you're taking some time for self-care to be able to step away from all the things that are going on in the next 6 weeks and making sure that you have the ability to properly tackle all of those categories. I'm seeing all the things. Cleaning the house to get ready for the holidays. Totally. All of these things need to happen, but we want to make sure we're doing it and not necessarily cramming all the time. For those that would cram in high school or college or whatever, all-nighters, we all know that that is not the way to go about it. Cynthia says eating the apple one bite at a time, and that's what we want to talk about today. So we want to talk about, if you have a day job, obviously that is a set amount of time, roughly, that you are spending and focused on that. That's an easy one because it's already tackled. If you have, obviously you have the business, so we want to set an amount of time that you're willing to spend on your business each day. Now this is going to be different for everybody. For our friends that are in executive leadership or the top 1% of their companies, we know that that's likely going to be higher in terms of time than those that are hobbyists, and right now is the true selling season for them. And maybe it won't be, I don't know. But ideally it is, right? The top 1% is managing a team and making sure the team's doing well, has what they need. And for those that are not necessarily at executive levels of leadership, you want to make sure that you are taking advantage of any limited time offers that your company is putting out, sharing specials with people who genuinely want to hear about them. And that's where Sell with Amy can come in. Selena is an extreme procrastinator too, and you're stressed doing it all at once, and then you turn into sort of like that hairy scary beast, right, where you're just like running around and sort of yelling at people. Maybe that's just me. I am the same way too. Trish is as well. So one of the things is I have learned, and some of my dear colleagues have learned as well, procrastination is a tool that I use. However, sometimes I need to get ahead of it when things get too much. That's for me personally. So what I do is one foot in front of the other. First step is to be able to go, okay, how much time is needed for the business? And if you say, I'm going to spend 5 hours a day on my business, I'm going to go, that's not ideal. Because it's really something that if you don't track how many hours a day or a week you work your business, the opportunity to have that expand and take up more time than is necessary it's like guaranteed, right? So we want to make sure that we're taking a deep breath, we're setting the ideal amount of time that we want to work the business, and that includes posting in your VIP page or on your business page and connecting with people and making sure that people know about the holiday promotions, and doing it in a way that you're not going to send something to someone that they don't want. Have you been seeing that lately? It's been amazing. Some of the ads that are coming out when I'm like, that doesn't fit my profile, but you sent it anyway. And that's sort of one of those things that we really want to avoid. And that's what Sell with Amy helps you do. It allows you to connect with your customers and provide them incredible customer service in a fraction of a time. I saw on a post earlier today, someone said I tackled 35 to-dos in 10 minutes. I want you, if you've got your message template set up, you can connect with your customers literally in minutes a day. And so we want to make sure that you are able to work your business in the amount of hours that you are willing to dedicate to it. You also need to make sure you're dedicating time to prep the house for holiday guests, as I think it was Trish said. We want to make sure that you're dedicating time and blocking out on your calendar the holiday events. If there is, for those of us in the States, if there's some sort of luncheon at your kid's school, you want to make sure that you have that on the calendar, and that you don't get so lost in business and working that you maybe miss the timeline to be able to get over to the kid's school, if that's something that's going on for you. That's me speaking for time past. Anyway, the goal is you want to time box things, right? Make sure that you get the big things on the calendar for your family events. That way you're not rushing at the very last minute to cram the children in the car to be able to drive 2 hours away for the holiday weekend. Maybe that's just me. But you want to make sure good old-fashioned family time, right? And ideally having some time that's not stressed and crazy to prep for the holidays. It's easier said than done, right? It's easy for me to sit here and say, go ahead and write everything out. But ideally, you want to, if you can, set appropriate guidelines surrounding especially holiday releases. How much time are you going to spend on Black Friday working your business and connecting with your customers, for example? Are you going to do it early in the morning so that way you have the rest of the day, but knowing that your customers are going to reach back out to you? Just being really realistic with your business and your goals so that way your family doesn't feel like the business comes first always. And maybe they will. There's going to be times, Black Friday is a perfect example, where that's the one day a year where you've got to maximize the sales. Now, fortunately, most companies have come out with ways to be able to extend that, so that way you don't have to like vie for everybody's attention the entire time. But you want to make sure that you're ready to work your business when the opportunity presents itself and you're efficient and ready to go. If everything's in Amy, you're golden, right? Everything's in Amy, you've got the products in Amy, you have it set up, you've got custom contact labels for your customers that like certain categories, so when something goes on promotion, you can quickly and easily reach out to those customers. That's the goal. But again, making sure you're time boxing it so you don't get stuck and have that anxiety, that sort of month-end feel for the next 6 weeks is not the goal, right? Because that potentially is what's there. Doris's husband has pneumonia and is trying to get better, and doing a funeral for your nephew on Saturday, plus taking care of your children. Never a dull moment. That I'm very sorry for all the challenges that you have going on there. And I think that's one of the things. We want to make sure that we acknowledge the hard, right? We acknowledge the hard, and we also give ourselves a break, but sometimes some people use their businesses as an opportunity to take a break from the hard things for just a few minutes, right? Again, we say 5 to 10 minutes in Amy a day makes a tremendous amount of difference. I encourage you to set very small time box periods for your business if you need a break from life, okay? So I want you to know first, next week, I will not be here live. I will be probably on the road on that trip to go see my niece and nephews, and I'm ecstatic about that. And I hope that everyone has some time, some true downtime, some true family time amid the hustle and bustle of the next 6 weeks. So the next time that I will actually see you here live will be December 2nd. So it'll be December when I see you, friends. I wish you all of the best of luck for the end of November. I know you can do it. I know you can tackle those goals. Do it one to-do at a time, one message at a time, one connection at a time. Build those relationships, and I look forward to seeing you in December. Guys, it's almost 2022. We'll count down as we walk through the end of the year. But you've got this. Small bits of time. Make sure to carve it out. Thanks, friends.